EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. Here's Joshua Carty ready to get this one started. And off we go from the Superdome. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Williams in motion. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Williams in motion. Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, taken in. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, 49ers. His 6th touchdown now for the season. An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
He'll look to throw. That one is complete to McBride. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 1st-round pick. And the Niners will take over here just past the 30.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. In trouble, and down he goes.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after 1st down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be taken down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his 1st target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A run with Cook. A modest gain. maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Once again, it's Cook. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he is taken down. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. Here's Cook. And they are all over that on defense. Good search. Drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. Back to throw. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. That one intercepted. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to fourth down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air once more on second down. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Third and a yard. They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top here for McBride.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he's going to have a Saints first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on fourth down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
They'll look to throw yet again. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Saints. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. It's up and through. The Saints will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. That's quickly out to Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down. First down, San Francisco. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and to also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. That is a big gain for the 49ers. And even 30 yards. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Here's a shot toward the end zone.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player, and when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the 49ers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. but at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, New Orleans. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Here's 3rd and 2. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Off he goes. And he's going to be taken down. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. That is intercepted. And the Niners will take over at their own 14-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the 1st half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, taken in. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You saw a great example up here. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine There's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead.
Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercept it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, halftime here, it's the visitors, the 49ers, who are on top. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Three-points, all that separates these two sides, as half number two kicks off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
A throw on the move is caught. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Cook. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. We'll try and run here with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Quick throw here is complete. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Here's a designed run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal.
Down in the red zone, designed quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired.
To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. And the 49ers will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That one, taken in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, 49ers.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll be brought down. What will be... They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Cook. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
We know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
So now, a big spot coming here. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. His kick is good. He got it. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He keeps it himself. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
That is caught side of the end zone. Touchdown Saints. The game-time touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score. They still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. To the air now on 1st and 10. Throwing right, it's taken in. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? to throw. He'll go right and find his running back.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Cook. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Second and 6 coming up. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll run with Cook.
Well, that 3rd down stop sets up a big conversation on this sideline of the offense, Mike. You find yourself in 4th and short, but you're trailing. I think at this stage here in the 4th quarter, I got to send my kicking unit on, take the lead, and hopefully my defense can continue to get stops to pull this game out.
They'll try it now with Cook. And he's going to have the 49ers first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
A run with Cook. They'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Here's 2nd down. Now Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line. New Orleans, third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone. I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on top. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This a potential game winner. And this one is blocked. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute, and it may just be enough to get them a victory. They'll begin here on the ground, and that'll be a pickup of 3. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. 2nd and 7. Now a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. So